It's another beautiful day at Jerusalem. I'm next to the tomb of Jesus. Already blessed the cross that I bought, and I will talk about it later on. And it's beautiful to see that there are few people, mainly because it's a very important holiday today. It's finding of the cross today, many years ago. Let's go back to 326 AD. St. Helen found the true cross. And let me take you down to see the exact spot of it. But if we are talking about the Catholic, this is today, it's a Catholic tour at the church and around it. Then this is the 14 stations. Station. This is actually the 15th station of the 14th station of the Via Dolorosa. That were very important lady that I love, Mary Magdalene, saw Jesus on Sunday after the resurrection. And that's where Jesus was standing. And she thought that he was there. A gardener, but no, it was Jesus himself. But he said, "Don't touch me yet, I didn't reach my Father." Then in that case, let's follow. The church, they are renovating now the floor of the church, and you can see that some of the floor is already covered with wooden temporary floor. You can see some of the ancient floor of the church. You can see how it looks like before. Here they didn't excavate yet. They will, but not yet. There's so many chapels. Let's hope that the chapel of Finding of the Cross, which is today is such an important one, is open, mainly because of the ceremony. For that, we have to go to the lowest place of the church. Oh, the smell of the incense. Now, I'm dedicated that tour to everyone, but especially to Richard Sievers from Texas. He bought a Latin cross, but as I believe he's going to give it as a present to someone, and I'm keeping that someone as a surprise. He will surprise you for that. Then this is the lowest place I want to see on earth, but that's the Dead Sea of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And you can see the remains of the ceremony that used to be here. And let me bless your cross here as well. Like an hour ago, the true cross was standing right here. Then the energy of the cross of Jesus is right there. You can see St. Helen holding the cross, and according to the story of the 4th and the 5th century, St. Helen was standing right at the balcony, and that was after she destroyed the pagan temple, Roman temple that used to be here, and from there she saw 3 crosses with the titles, the inscriptions about Jesus of Nazareth, but she wasn't sure that one of those three crosses is Jesus' cross. Then she took a sick woman, and the cross, the 3rd cross, touched her, and she was cured. Then Richard, the energy of that cross is so strong, mainly because the true cross itself was here at 326 AD, but a relic of it was here today. Today. Then this is such an important event. The smell of the incense is so strong, Richard. Let's climb up. And we are climbing up. We are reaching beautiful Armenian chapel with a lovely mosaic of cities that have been destroyed by the Turkish. And now it's part of, or most of it, part of Turkey. They occupied it from the Armenian. Remember that dome? We might see it from a different place. Then let's climb up. Your cross was already blessed in the tomb of Jesus Christ. Sadly, I cannot take a video of it. Now, if you want to have your own cross, and there's a variety of crosses, it's not a problem. Just like Richard, go to the description beneath the video, the text beneath the video, look for Buy Me a Coffee link, and then choose one of your crosses. I will buy it to you. I will prepare a video for you, and I will send the cross back to your house. We are doing the tour in such a different way. We started from one of the places that most of the Christians don't know, and that's where she find the true cross. We saw the tomb, and we already blessed it. The tomb himself wasn't like that. The tomb was a cave, and the Jews used to be buried outside the city, and according to the Catholic, and according to others, that was outside the city. I mean, the walls today in the Times Square of Jerusalem, but you must understand, oh, look at that. Look at that, Richard. Look at that. Wow. Wait, I need to take another picture of it, because this is so wow. Energy is so strong. Then the structure is new, but it used to be a cave from the time of Jesus, and it used to be outside the city. The garden that we are in it was the garden of Joseph of Arimathea. The place that she found the cross used to be quarry of King Herod. And this is a tomb from the time of Jesus. Let me bless the cross. Jesus wasn't buried here, but I believe that Joseph of Arimathea actually was buried here. There's some niches to put the body in, and the rolling stone is missing. That's how Jesus' tomb used to be like many, many years ago. But remember, the first one who destroyed the tomb were the Romans themselves. As we believe, Adrian built here, a pagan temple. In that case, the ideal, what we believe is that try to hide there are few groups here. I'm a little bit jealous. Indonesian. Oops, sorry. Yeah, the Indonesians are here. Let's climb up to the crucifixion place, and we are at the Catholic part. Everything's new here because the church was burned down in 1808, but that mosaic of the Ascension is from 12th century, crucified. That's where they nailed Jesus to the cross. And the Pietà, that represents Mary holding the dead body of her son. And the crucifixion itself is right here. You can see Jesus, John, and the mother. And soon I will be able to show you a little bit of the Golgotha. It's covered with a glass. Right there. This is the Golgotha. It's covered with a glass because of people like me that want to enjoy, to take some presents from here. And I'm collecting presents like that, relics. Then, while Jesus was on the cross, he asked John to take care of his mother. Some, the Catholics, believe that she went to Ephesus, Turkey. The rest believe that she stayed here, died here, and resurrected, in a way, assumption into heaven from Jerusalem. What the people are doing, and I will do that too, they are reaching the exact spot of the crucifixion. And I want to bless your cross there. That part is Orthodox, held by the Greek Orthodox. Then you saw Catholic and now Orthodox in the same church. Add to it the Armenians, they are here too. And you can understand that there are a lot of problems between the denominations themselves. Who holds what? And the next one, and I will touch the exact spot of the cross. I will have to reach my hand down and to touch the Golgotha. We're going out through the beautiful Greek Orthodox chapel. And we're going straight to the excavation. They're excavating that part. Then for you, Richard, this is something new. Let me see if I can see something. I don't know if you can see whatever is going. So we've done the excavation. I couldn't see anything. Couldn't see anything, but I hope that you saw a little bit of the excavation. And for me, one of the most important places is when they purified his body before the tomb. Why it's so important for me? Because the naked body of Jesus touched it. Usually I'm writing the names of the people who ask me, but Richard, you didn't ask me, and told me that you are going to bring it to someone else. Then I'm blessing it for you. You have to add the name into it. We just came out of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You can see a beautiful Ethiopian monk. And remember the dome that we saw at the Armenian chapel? Then we're gonna go through two Ethiopian churches to the roof of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the Church of the Holy Tomb. The Orthodox call it the Church of the Resurrection, which, if you ask me, is a better name because the resurrection is the story and not the tomb itself. Then let me enter through those two beautiful Ethiopian churches. The Ethiopian believes that they are a creation of a special meeting between Queen Sheba and King Solomon. When the child that was born from that came to his father, he gave him the Ark of the Covenant. Then, if you want to see it, it's in the city of Aksum, Ethiopia. And this is the upper church. I love the Ethiopians. And we are, sorry, thank you. That's the dome that we saw at the Armenian chapel. Beneath it, it's the finding of the cross chapel. I know that you're Catholic. Then I decided to do a Catholic tour in a way. Let's go through some of the Via Dolorosa stations, and then I will go to the Western Wall. At least that's what I'm thinking, because, God is stronger than me. I have my ideas, but God has got his own idea. And we're leaving now the 9th station of the cross. That's where he fell for the third time. We are doing it backward in a way. And I'm walking backward now. Then, the first, for so many years, that column was the 9th station. But a few years ago, they marked it with that. Then this is the 9th station of the cross, and gosh, it's hot today. The church used to be much bigger than the church of today. But that's life. Building, destroying, building, destroying. This is the story of it. The church used to reach that street beneath us. We're gonna visit it soon. But before that, you can see the white dome of the Jewish quarter. You can see the Muslim quarter. And this is the church itself. You can see the two domes of the church. Now let's head to the 5th station of the cross. Tila lila, it's a hot day. It's a special day. It's Independence Day of Israel. Israel is celebrating 67 years now. Huh? I can hear, almost. Oh, careful. Look at that. Just for you, Richard. It's a Via Dolorosa procession in Arabic. Not only. No, now it's Spanish. That is really a surprise to see groups here. I wish it can be better. I wish it will be better. It's wartime between Israel and Gaza. Actually, not between Gaza, between Hamas. Oh, this is beautiful. It's part of the Muslim quarter, and we went to pray. That's how we closed the shop. No one will enter to the shop. No one will steal a thing. Another option. 7th station, it's where he fell for the second time. And let me enter to it. And you can see a column from 2nd century. Usually the chapel is closed, but Richard, it's yours power, not mine. Then that's where Jesus fell for the second time. He actually fell 3 times. We're going to see the first time as well. It's not in the Bible, and you must understand that the Via Dolorosa, it's a combination of so many important mentions in the Bible, but a lot of traditions, ancient traditions, and we're going to talk about a few of them. For example, 3 times he fell. I don't know if you noticed, I almost fell before I took a video of the procession like 2 minutes ago. And I'm not carrying, well, I'm carrying cross, but not carrying the cross. And I don't know if I'll die today. I ate, I drank. It's different than, it's totally different than me and Jesus. Then, can he fall? Yes, he can. And only now, everything that we did until now was outside the city at the time of Jesus. This is the gate that he went out of it. We are entering into the city from his time. We are at the Via Dolorosa. Ooh, what's that is doing in the city? If you want coffee, it's here. I'm fine.
Good to see you.
Yeah, me and the group.
Yes, that's good. That's good. Good luck.
Thank you.
The best. Good day.
Bye-bye.
Do something.
I will. I do have your bottle. Your bottle is in there. Yes. Now let me tell you the difference between Palestinians and Hamas. Hamas is a terror organization that controls Gaza. I'm not sure that the Palestinians could choose something else, although a lot of them supporting it. Most of the Palestinians are people of peace, and you just met a few of them. And then I know that you have a lot of false information about the situation between Israel and Palestine. Some of them is true, some of those are true, but most of it is not. Then he just came from the temple. He came for the pray and he's going to work. Are you going to work now?
Yes,
He's going to work.
I will see you, okay, brother?
Bye-bye.
Take care.
As you can see, beautiful people. And that's what I want you to remember. And the people that I will talk until the Western Wall will be Palestinians. Beautiful people who want to stay and to live in peace. We do have differences, but it's not terror solution. And sadly, Hamas is. Oh, we just skipped the 6th station because we talked about coffee. That's where Saint Veronica cleaned the face of Jesus. But 5th station, which was mentioned in the Bible, it's where Saint Simon helped Jesus to carry the cross. Saint Simon from Libya of today. According to tradition, that's where, there's a smell of bread and I didn't eat lunch. Jesus was touching that stone with his hand and he couldn't breathe. Just like I'm me right now. No, come on, of course not. He had so many reasons to feel dizzy. If I want to feel better, I can drink water. He couldn't. Remember which crown he had on his head. They beat him. They laughed at him. I'm talking about the Romans who did it. Then in that case, according to tradition, this is the left hand print of Jesus. Believe it or not, the energy is so strong here. Then Simon helped Jesus to carry the cross here. We are already at the Muslim Quarter the minute we entered through the gate. But let me take you to the 4th and the 3rd station. The 4th station is where Mary met Jesus. Now, it's not in the Bible, but I know what is a Jewish mother. She will be next to her child all the way. And I don't know him, but now you know him too. He was next to the child, to his child. Anyway, I don't know about you, but as a father, It doesn't matter if I'm a Jew, Christian, or Muslim. I will be next to my daughter if she will be in court, especially when she knew that he will die in front of her face. Then that's where he met the mother. It's not in the Bible, but for me, it is part of the Bible, the unwritten Bible, reality, and that's where he fell for the third time. If we're talking about Catholic, then I want you to meet a beautiful Catholic friend. That the little guy is the owner of the restaurant. And if you want to eat in an Armenian Catholic place, the exact spot when Mary met a son, this is the guy, and the food is good. Those are the Israeli police that taking care that nothing will happen to us. They are switching shift now. They are going to eat. I'm not. But I want you to meet that. This is the Austrian Hospice, beautiful Catholic place. You can actually use it as your hotel. And the view from the roof is amazing. Then you can actually pay 5 shekels and enjoy the magnificent view of it. I'm heading to the Western Wall. I'm skipping the second and the first station of the cross, but it's right here. You can see the word Via Dolorosa. And you can see the Via Dolorosa sign here as well. And I don't know why, I felt that you mentioned that you've been in the Golden Gate Hostel, which is not so far away from here. This is, I'm sure that you recognize the way to Damascus Gate. But because you mentioned that you know every place that of the videos that I took, I feel free to walk through one place to another. It's like a tour around Jerusalem. Then I will continue to the Western Wall. I will be more sensitive with the cross. I'm not sure that I will go with a cross in front of the Jews there, but the cross will be in my bag, and by that I will bless it. But I think that if the falafel stand will be open, I will eat the falafel as well. Now, we came from the 5th station, remember? But we took left, we went back, and we will continue straight. We've been here, we came from there, we are going to here. On the way, there are so many good bakeries. For example, one of them. And they have a special bagel called Jerusalem Bagel. And we are at El Wad Street, the Valley Street. At the heart of the Muslim market. The Muslim market, I love to eat falafel. But I can do it only with small groups. With big groups, I have no time for that and I have no seats for that. Remember, he went to pray in Al-Aqsa. He did it too. Why I say he and not she? Because mainly because I know the owners. In Israel, everyone can pray to God in his own way. And this is quite an important thing. Hello, 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 Jerusalem Bagel. Shukran. Why to visit the Western Wall, the Wailing Wall? Because this is a wall from the temple from 1st century, at least the 7 stones from down to up. And Jesus was there 3 times a year. This is the reason that Jesus visited Jerusalem. He didn't visit the church of the Holy Sepulchre. We are visiting that church because of him. He was crucified here. But he visited the Jewish temple, because that was the only place to pray. And in that matter, 3 times a year, Passover was one of them. Shavuot, which is, it as Pentecost, was the 2nd time. And the smell of the incense. I mean, listen, can you smell it?
No, the telephone?
No, they cannot, but I can smell it. I can smell it.
We smell.
Yeah, but look at him, he's nice. Then when you will come back to here,
Anytime.
yeah, anytime. Is that your child?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Bye, Ahmed.
Bye, toda. Oh, falafel is closed. I wanted the falafel. Toda, neshama. There's no falafel, then I'm not going to eat. מה שלומך? תודה, שוכרן. There's no falafel. I will starve. I'm kidding, but I will. No, I won't. I will. No, I won't. I will. Now, non-Muslims can enter to the temple twice a day, not including Friday and Saturday. I'm not going to enter the temple, mainly because it's too late for that. But, Richard, I can take you to the closest place of the Holy of the Holy. You will see there Al-Aqsa, the Dome of the Rock. According to the Muslims, Muhammad ascended into heaven from there, met God himself, and God gave him the 5 prayers of a day. According to the Jews, this is the Holy of the Holy. This is the only important place for the Jews, and this is the house of God. Before that, Abraham almost sacrificed me, Isaac, Zahi, the shortcut of Isaac. And they won't let me in because I'm not a Muslim. But from the stairs, you might see a little bit of the Dome of the Rock, the site of the Jewish Holy of the Holy, the house of God. Let me tell the soldiers that I'm not going to climb up. אני יודע שאני לא יכול להיכנס, אבל אני רק אעמוד פה לצלם את זה, בסדר? אחלה, רק שתני להם לצאת החוצה. It's the end of the ceremony. Then I'm not sure that you will be able to see something from it. Maybe you will see the Golden Dome. I'm not sure that you could see it, but believe me, behind the people was the dome itself, and Jesus and the disciples were there so many times. Remember at the Holy Week, he entered the temple, and this is part of the Palm Sunday procession. Soon we will enter to the Western Wall. The Western Wall is only a wall that King Herod built around the house of God. Why around the house of God? Because it was a small hill and he wanted to build a big temple. For that, he destroyed everything that was around that small hill and built 4 walls. By that, he created a plaza, and he could build the temple that was between 2 to 3 times higher and bigger than the Dome of the Rock. Dum. And that is the place that Jesus visited at least 3 times here. Remember, he pulled the salesman away from there. He prayed and taught the disciples. Let me put the cross in my bag. You can see 2 Orthodox Jews trying to reach the Holy of the Holy. They won't be able to enter, but they will be able to pray next to, or at the closest place to the Holy of the Holy, because the Western Wall is close, but not as close to that place. And here is he again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
איך אתה בסדר?
Shukran. בסדר, you know, no tourists, but yes. I think this is reality. This is the real thing between Palestinians and Israelis. It's not between Palestine and Israel. Palestine is free. Hamas is actually destroying it. And that is the result. בסדר, מה שלומך? אל תקום, לא שווה שאני אקום. בסדר, נשמה. בסדר גמור.
איפה תיירים?
In my bag. Where the tourists said, in my bag. I won't be able to, there's a barrier here. I'm not supposed to take a video in the barriers. Then you will see me soon at the other side. If you will be there here without me, then you know that they will check your bags and then take all the medals out of your pockets. She was such a nice lady. At the end she said bye, like bye. And that reminds me of my daughter. She used to say the same thing. Different people. Muslims can be here. But most of the people that you will see here are all tourists or Christians, but mostly Jews. The cross is in my bag. I will put the bag on the wall to bless your cross. It's, remember, the Independence Day of Israel, then you will see a lot of Israeli flags. It's a holiday in Israel, and I forgot to mention it. That's why you could see a lot of Christians in the church, because no one works now in Israel. It's not the holiday of the Jews, it's a holiday of the state, including Christian, Muslims, and Jews. No one works. Then they could reach the church. Oh, yeah. A man must put a yarmulke on his head, and let me take one that no one used, but yes, I can see it. See, no one used it. Put my head, the yarmulke on my head. The yarmulke, it's a symbol of a connection between Jews and God. God is above us, and if you want to reach God, we must respect him, and to divide us from him. Usually I'm wearing a hat because it's windy and it can fly away the yarmulke, the kippah on my head. The Temple Mount, the Western Wall, which some of you call it by mistake a Wailing Wall, is mostly, or at least the foundation is from the time of King Herod, before Jesus' time. Then first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh stones are from King Herod. You see the frame on it. Let me put the bag with a cross right here. You can see the notes. Everyone who wants, every person who wants to leave a message to God can do that. I'm almost forcing my Christians and Jewish and Muslims families to do that. It's important to know that the minute you put a note between the Western Wall stones, the note became to be a relic, holy. They cannot throw it to the garbage. They will bury it at Mount of Olives. Let me put my hat on because it's going to be sunny. The second part of the tour will be totally sunny. Then you can see the wall. You can see that the upper part is from different times. Inside the wall today it's the Muslim side, but at the time of Jesus that was a Jewish side. And we are leaving the Muslim quarter. We just entered to the Jewish quarter. Then in that tour you visited the Jewish quarter, the Christian quarter, the Muslim quarter, and now the Jewish quarter. The Jewish quarter is new. It's not the old city. It's the old city, but it's not the old Jewish quarter in the city. And that's mainly because how should I say it nicely? 1948. United Nations declare of two countries. Israel after many years without independence, and Palestine, the Arabic Palestine, because Palestine is another name of Israel. Palestine that never been a country until today. Future Palestine was occupied by Jordan and Egypt. Gaza Strip occupied by Egypt, and the West Bank, which is a Jordanian term, was occupied by Jordan. The old city wasn't supposed to be part of Israel and not part of Palestine. It was supposed to be part of the United Nations, but we know that the United Nations is something without teeth. I cannot. All right, let me try to be nice, without any power. Then in that case, the Jordanians occupied the old city as well. By doing it, they destroyed the Jewish quarter. Before we will enter the new Jewish quarter, I want you to understand that this is the man department and this is the women department. And as we, the non-Muslims, we can enter through that ugly bridge twice a day to the temple, but it's too late for that today. I didn't mention it. I do have more than 20,000 videos then on my YouTube channel. And first of all, subscribe to my channel. Secondly, look for those amazing videos. Oh, some of them are not, but most of them are quite good. I'm not a professional. I'm not Steven Spielberg, but I'm doing it in a nice way. I'm just like a tour guide, then taking you for a nice tour. And what I want you to understand is that you can ask me whatever you want. If I know the answer, I will do that. Now, we couldn't see the Dome of the Rock before, but now we can see it. This is the site of the Jewish temple, and remember the Jewish temple was between 2 to 3 times higher. You can see another thing, the Dome of Al-Aqsa Mosque. We're going to climb up, and you might see a little bit of it soon. I'm not thirsty at all. I'm not starving at all. Oh gosh, I'm really hungry. Now let's go out. We are going out for the Western Wall. I could cry because I'm hungry, and then you can say that it's a Wailing Wall, but it's not. As you can see, people are not crying there. Twice a year they are, but most of the time they are not. We are climbing the stairs to the Jewish quarter. The Jewish quarter was the upper city at that time of rich priest houses. Gosh, it's hot. Until a week ago I thought that summer won't come to Israel. Well, let me see what we did. We did until today, until now. We started from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. We climbed up to the roof. We saw the 9th station, saw the 7th station. We went through the Via Dolorosa straight to the 4th and the 3rd. And then we went all the way to here, to the Western Wall. And now we're climbing the Jewish quarter. And my aim is to reach Zion Gate. It all depends of the battery, because I'm not sure that I have a lot of battery. But you can see the Christian quarter, the Muslim quarter, the Jewish quarter, and we will see a little bit the Armenian quarter. And that's the Dome of the Rock, the site of the Jewish temple. Right there. All right. Let's climb it. Mount of Olives is right here. You can see a little bit of the Ascension Tower and the Ascension side of Jesus. That's part of the Western Wall, and that's the corner of the Western Wall and the Southern Wall. I do have so many videos of everything. Then almost every place that I mentioned, I do have at least one video of it, if not many. The mother say to the child, this is the temple site. Do you want to take a picture of it? They say, no, I want to go to the Kotel. Is that the Kotel? Kotel, another word for the Western Wall. And they answer him, yes, it is. They say, let's go there. Mm-hmm. To the left, they're building an elevator. Then soon, in about a million years from now, we will be able to use an elevator. It will take us from the upper city to the lower city. Because old people, it's very difficult for them to do that. Now, we already know that the Jordanians destroyed the Jewish quarter. But when the Jews came to here at 1967, they excavate before they build a new Jewish quarter. You won't see a lot, but there are at least 1, 2, 3 museums that tells you the story about what's happening beneath us. That one is still closed. I'm sure that you cannot see a lot from here, but those are houses of priest families, or at least rich Jewish families from 1st century. Those houses were destroyed by the Romans at 70 AD when they burned down the Jewish temple. It's a beautiful museum. but they are renovating it for so many years.
לא, בסדר, תעשה לך 300 גרם סטייק, זה לא...
A nice view. You can see from here
חברים, צדקה, שמחה וברכה לכולם.
Al-Aqsa Mosque, and on top of Mount of Olives you can see the Ascension area of Jesus and the most important Jewish cemetery. So many things to see, and as you already know, it's all in my YouTube channel. It's 1 hour. Oops, almost fell for the second time. And remember, he fell 3 times. Everything here is kosher. Then in that amazing shawarma, you won't find cheese. You cannot mix dairy products with meat. In that supermarket, you won't find pork, shrimps. And if we talked about one of the museums, this is the second one that it's actually open. It's called the Burn House. It's owned by the family of Katros, a priest family, one of the 24. And it's beautiful to see the destruction of it at 70 AD. To see the burned house, I mean, burned woods, burned pottery. It's, I think, a very important. We saw the white dome of that synagogue, but you're going to see, I mean, above you, there's another synagogue. Both of them been destroyed by the Jordanians in 1948. And I'm not trying to say bad or good. That's what happened. And they, in 2010, they already built the Churva synagogue, the ruined synagogue. And for the last years, they are building Tiferet Israel synagogue, which will be an amazing synagogue to visit, especially to climb to the roof to see I think the best view of Jerusalem. And you can see a little bit of the dome there. If you're talking by ATM, remember everything is kosher, even the ATM is kosher. How come? It doesn't function between Friday night to Saturday night, Shabbat. Blue and white, colors of the Israeli flags, a flag. Most of the people here are Jews. They're here to celebrate. It's almost 1 hour video, and battery is still okay. I don't know if it's still okay. I mean, it might happen suddenly. Then I will stop, I will charge my telephone, and I will continue. Richard Sievers from Texas. I'm not sure that you expected something like that. I'm not sure that I expected something like that. But here it is. I'm doing it. Oh, now it's a little breezy. You can see the kippah. Look at the 4 strings outside the pants. That is from the Bible. The kippah is not from the Bible. No one mentioned the kippah. if you will see Jesus that was a Jew wearing a kippah, it might be a hat against the sun. But if you will see the 4 strings, then you must understand that Jesus actually used it as well. It's remind us, and God asked us to do that. You see the children using it as well, to wear it. I'm talking about the Jews. And when you will see it, you will ask question, why? And this is the same question that God wants us to ask. And the answer is, because we are a Jew, it tells the Jew, you must behave like good people. And every time that you will see it, you will remember that. And now we are reaching a road from the 6th century. Remember that we entered the 7th station many hours ago, and I show you a column from 2nd century. That is the same road. If we will continue that way, we will reach the 7th station of the cross. That's where he fell for the 2nd time. But that part was 2nd century. This part was 6th century. But it looks the same. If you will excavate at the Muslim Quarter, you will find it the same street. And then shops, pavement, columns, and a road. It's called the Cardo. Cardo, the heart of the city. Remember what's happened when you're going to deal with a doctor who deals with the heart, you're going to the cardio. Same idea. The heart of the city. Oh, the bakeries here are so good. But I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop the video, mainly because I'm kind of in a trance now. The energy is on, and I'm afraid that if I'll stop to eat and drink, I will stop the energy as well. Then let me continue. It will be another 20-25 minutes, and then I will stop to eat something. We are leaving now the Jewish quarter. We will enter to the. You will see the mall of the Armenian quarter. But let me talk about Mount Zion that we are going to visit. Mount Zion was such an important place at the 4th century. It was one of the biggest churches ever. And if we're talking about another church beneath us, there was a church, foundation of a church, and this is in the Jewish quarter. Israel didn't want to destroy the evidence of it, and she covered it and built a parking place on top of it. Then anytime if you will decide to excavate, you will actually be able to excavate a 6th century church, although it's been excavated and nothing special was found. But in the 4th century, Mount Zion was one huge church. And in it, they mention the house of Mary, the dormitio, we call it today, and the room of the Last Supper, the cenaculum, which is sadly, it's closed because of the war and because there are no tourists, which is a little bit sad for me, and the tomb of King David. And we are going to visit the tomb of King David and the Dormition, the place that Mary fell asleep. And that's where we'll end our tour. Meanwhile, if you are watching it till now, I want you to write something. I want you, just like I'm watching it, I'm still watching it. If you want to help me, you can do that by few options. The first one, send the link of my channel to your friends and tell them to subscribe. You are my tourist. Secondly, if you want to do something bigger than that, look next to the like button. You will see a shape of a heart. It's called Super Thanks, and you can help me via YouTube. At the description, the text, that's where you're gonna be able to see the link of Buy Me a Coffee for the crosses. But Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, another link, is actually two more options to support my channel. You must understand that I'm the only income of you are the only income of me for the last 7 months, and sadly for the next few more months. I will cross to the other side because I want you to understand that to your right side it's already the Armenian quarter. The Armenians, wait a minute, I don't want to die. They don't want us tourists to enter to their private place because most of it are houses of survivors from the genocide of the Armenians at 1915. You know that the Armenians were killed, butchered by the Turkish of today, the Ottomans, in 1915. Then, so sad. But I stopped here because from here you can see the 2nd century Zion Gate. We are going out from the 16th century Zion Gate because the wall that you see to your left side that surrounded the city of today is from the 16th century. Then this is the Armenian quarter, and we are going out to the Mount Zion. Now let's talk about 2 places, no, 3 places, although we cannot visit the room of the Last Supper. Jesus had to prepare the Passover meal inside the city, and at that time it was covered with a wall. Then he left Mount of Olives and he prepared a meal there. For me, the room of the Last Supper is not only a room of the last dinner of Jesus, it's more than that. It's the first church ever. Drink that wine, eat that bread. And it's the site of Pentecost. And the message was to spread Christianity all over. That was the end of the Jordanian Zion Gate. The other side was the Israeli Gate until 1967. Then in that case, the room for me is such an important room. Such an important room. Much more than just a dining room. First church. And the priest was Jesus himself, and the center of Christianity, spread that rumor to all over the world. I'm stopping here because I need to rest. It's started to be humid, but I want you to see something else. Because it rained here yesterday, difficult to see with that camera. But above those trees, the other side of it, it's Lazaria, the village of St. Lazarus, Bethany. But I don't know if you can actually watch it from a big TV. The mountains that is the other side is the mountains of Moab, which is Jordan of today, and between the mountains there and the green trees is the Jordanian desert and the Dead Sea. Then in that case, Oh, wait. Okay, all right, now, in that case, we will continue to two places. And you can see here the Zion Gate from the other side. Of course, the Zion Gate from the 16th century. But look at the bullet holes. The bullet holes marks the battle between the Jordanians and Israel. That was the border, remember? La la la. I'm trying to look for the shade. This is for the first time this year that I'm hiding from the sun. Until now it was cool and lovely. Another Catholic church, very close to the Pentecost room, to the room, the Last Supper, the Cenaculum. But the Cenaculum belongs to Israel now. Then sadly, it's not in the hands of the Christians. I mean, if you ask me, it's supposed to be the hands of the Christians. The only problem is that above it, beneath it, it's the tomb of King David, and this is a little bit problematic. The beautiful structure that you will see will be a next last stop, and this is the house of Mary, the place that Mary fell asleep and slash died. She was buried at. Let me take a picture of it. Look how beautiful it is. She was buried at the Kidron Valley next to Garden of Gethsemane. But at the 19th century, only the Catholic started to be. One of the nuns had a vision, and she marked the place at Ephesus in Turkey as the house of Mary. John took care of her, but I'm not sure. Well, until the 19th century, everyone believed that she was here, and from the 19th century, it's only he just came down from the room, the Last Supper, and asked him if it's closed or open. It is closed. The room is dead. I'm putting it with the cross. Then let us visit the tomb of King David. You can hear the shofar blowing. Let's hope that we will reach the area, and you will see the one who's doing it. The tomb of King David is divided into two, women department and the men department. You must wear a yarmulke, just like the Western Wall. It's a synagogue. You can see the Jews are praying here, and it's beautiful to know that they're praying together like a couple, and they argue. One say that that's the way, the other say they try to convince him that the other way is true. You saw the other side of it as well. Now, studying together, it's first of all it's beautiful because everyone can see his way in a different perspective, and this is Judaism. Judaism is not only one way, and the debates between Jesus and the Jews were at the same idea. Until today, there are so many debates, and this is beautiful. And the Bible shows it as a war between Jesus and the Jews. Let me tell you that it's more like everyday celebration. Is that a bar mitzvah celebration? Well, it's not. The Jews got so many celebrations. I don't know if you can hear me now, but that was so nice, isn't it? You saw the letter 3. And you can hear now the Dormition bells. And you can hear the Jews are celebrating. Why people cannot understand that God is one? Or even, you know what, if it's different, then why not to express your love, but to know that others believe in God in different ways. Now, it's about 3-age-old boys. They have a long hair, no cut. They are not cutting their hair. It's for, for evil eye, that nothing will happen to him. And then at the age of 3, they cut the hair for the first time. Then they are celebrating their birthday. Today, a Yom Holedet. It's today. It's your birthday, and they're cutting his hair as well. Then you saw the celebration. It includes food and a lot of good music. The Jews know to celebrate, and the cats enjoying the sun, but this time enjoying the shade. Then we've been at the tomb of King David. The upper part is the Shalosh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And one for the next year. Now they're celebrating his birthday. Oh, and I don't know if you understand what's happening to him, because a lot of music is the center of everything. He's only 3 years old. Oh, yeah. Hello, kitty. Richard, I'm sure that you are happy from your video. I'm confused. Sorry, Richard, delete it. You just asked me to do that like a week ago. Then let's go to the Dormition Church, to the place that Mary fell asleep / died. It's a well-known place for the Catholic and the Orthodox. Protestant are not accepting it. If it's not in the Bible, it's not a true story. They say it, and I'm accepting it. Remember, everyone are deserve to pray in their own way, and you know that I am the one who is trying to arrange it. Be a Jew, accept the Christians. Be a Muslim, accept the Christians and the Muslims. Got it? Yes. But lately I'm in the middle of a war between Catholic, Protestant and Orthodox. Come on, guys. If you believe in Jesus, you're a Christian. And everyone can believe in Jesus in different ways. Da-da-da. So easy. Accept it. Yeah, the church is open. It means that at the end, I will sit and drink coffee in their coffee place that Mary was at Mount of Olives when the angel came to her and said, Mary, you do have 3 days to live. She went to her house, which is today this place, and this is now the dilemma. She fell asleep. This beautiful church is from 1900. It's not an old church, but it's on top of an ancient church, and I just uploaded a video of it, and this is like a small tour of that. Usually the entrance is from here, but because there are not a lot of tourists, the entrance will be from the exit. And the coffee place of mine, yes, it's open. The coffee place will be right there. And I deserve a small cake. Yes, of course. Oh, no hats. Are you ready? It's such a beautiful place. Been renovated lately. But although it's a beautiful place, we are going straight. To the place that you fell asleep / died, whatever you will choose. Because I'm alone, I can talk here. Now, why fell asleep? Because Mary was sinless, and only sinners like us can die. According to reality, according to the rest, she actually died. She was a human being. She wasn't God. She just carried the Son of God. Just, yes. Then in that case, she fell asleep, died. Jesus took her soul immediately, and then 3 days later, when they bury her at Kidron Valley, Jesus took her body. Now look at that. What you saw there is Mary holding Jesus' baby. True, isn't it? Look, let's look again. Jesus holding the soul of Mary, and you can see her sleeping dead body right here. Dormitio AB. Above Mary, you can see so many prefiguration of Mary. Eve, Esther, Ruth, Judith, so many of them. And because we couldn't enter to the room of the Last Supper, the Canaculum, or the Pentecost room, I'm taking you to the closest Christian place to it. You can see Mary and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 disciples. Hey, where is Judas? He's not here anymore. But they already chose a new disciple. We can recognize the two important ones, John, without the beard, and St. Peter. Holy fire. If you reach almost 1.5 hours, it means that you are special. Please write it down. Tell me that you watch everything. I hope that it's not so long, but I felt, Richard, that I need to do something special for you. Then thank you very much for being with me. And please, Richard, later on write me to whom you decided to give that amazing cross full with energy. Thank you very much for being with me. See you in my next video.